Alright, so I made a brief video about LOOKSMAXing, but I want to talk about it, right? Because I've been on this journey, and I've been on this journey for over 10 years. So I've been on a journey of growth way longer than this idea has been in existence. So like, I've been on a slow growth process for over 10 years. And I say it all the time that like I was on the journey to become a modern shaman, I was on the journey to become a modern philosopher, all that, right? You know, but all of that connected to now the way I look is a little different. I look a little better. But I didn't give a fuck about how I looked until I became the man I needed to be. And what I mean is, like, when I first had the thought of, like, looking better, it wasn't about looking, it was about being able to handle a fucking punch to the face. Like it was about becoming a man, because that's what I mean, where I feel like people are missing the point. Why do men look the way they do? Why? What makes a man look better? What does that even mean? Okay, now I'm in shape more. I'm more muscular. My face looks a little more masculine. Why? Like, one time when I was tripping, this is a while ago, like 2021, so one time when I was tripping, I was watching gorillas or something that were beating their chest. I noticed how they had bigger, more muscular upper bodies, right? And I accidentally like hit my whatever and realized I could have completely shattered my jaw. Something like that happened, right? I was tripping balls, whatever. But it was just the thought of realizing that if someone punched me in the face, they'll shatter my jaw in a second. And it's like, then thinking to myself, most men would have a hard time getting hit in the face. Like it's uncomfortable. And I like facing the uncomfortable because I think that's part of being a man. Like, so, in like 2021, that's when I first started working on becoming more of a better human, like a normal human man, right? Like, I don't know, working on normal shit, getting the normal shit down, right? Trying to understand just normal shit a little better. But also, like, I started working out more. And, like, I've never taken TRT. I've never taken steroids. I'm fucking proud of that shit because that was never my goal. Because, and it's no disrespect to people that have, but it's just my intention has always been to become the best version of myself. You can go back videos 7, 8 years ago where I'm saying I'm on this journey to become the best version of myself. Long before the idea of LOOKSMAXing was even a thing. I was doing all that shit to toughen my jaw and toughen my thing so I can handle a punch to the face long before these young boys were hitting their face with hammers to try to look good. But the same people that are doing that and they are saying they look better, they're LOOKSMAXing, I could break their face with my fists. Like, and then they would just call the police about it. And I'm not saying be violent or whatever. I'm saying you need to have the capability of it. What is the point? Why do men look the way they do? Like, that's why I don't like the idea of LOOKSMAXing. Because it's missing the point of what men are. We're not women. Okay, no offense, but a woman can truly just focus on the way she looks and become the best looking version of herself. She doesn't have to become the best mentally version of herself. She doesn't have to heal her mental health. She doesn't have to do much of anything. She can just look the greatest and she can still get a man like me. Like, but just because you look like a good man does not mean you are one. Just because you look like a strong man does not mean you are one. Because like so many people get caught up on the look, right? They'll have this idea of like they want to look like this. And it's like I've never had an idea if I want to look like this. I just want to grow. Like the fucking plants don't sit there and say they want to look like something. No, they're going to grow into the best version of themselves. And that was the point. To get better, to get stronger, to become more capable, to become more intelligent, to become more, to toughen my face up so I can handle a fucking punch, right? Also get strong, but also I've been working on the speed of my arms so I get big, but I don't get slow because I'm trying to be functional. My body is a functionally dangerous weapon when needed to be. How else do you think I healed myself over this past year? Right, where I could barely fucking walk last year. Like, sciatica was killing me. Had to sleep in a recliner for 3 months. Like, that shit was fucking stupid, bro. You know how many men would have just given up? Because you know how painful it was to heal? You know what I had to do to heal? You know how hard sciatica, how much painful it is? Well, imagine grabbing your leg and just ripping it around and twisting it around and stretching it around while it's already hurting so bad. And you just got to deal with the pain. And then you have to inflict more pain on it, to put more pressure on it, to heal it, then dance, to wiggle it around, to loosen it, and then walk, and then talk, and then stretch, and then boom. Like, you know how much suffering that took to heal? You think the point of looking better, you think the point of this was to look good? Like, that's the problem. You'll have a lot of, because bro, I'm 32 years old. 32, okay? There's a lot of people that are LOOKSMAXing that are fucking 20-something. Like, you got 19-year-olds talking about LOOKSMAXing. Bro, you need to get educated. You need to go through some suffering. You need to, like, figure out who the fuck you are beyond the human body. Like, who are you for real? What are you capable of? Because, like, that's the point. That's what I mean. Like, I'm pushing myself to the limits to see what I am truly capable of, because I know I am capable of some insane greatness. Like, but we all are. As men, we all are capable of this insane greatness. But to become a great man requires you to do something more than just LOOKSMAXing. It requires you to walk through the fire and then find a way to walk out completely unburned.